Hi, and Assalamualaikum to our lecturer, Madam Suhaila binti Kasim. For this assignment, the company that we have choose is Disneyland Paris. Previously, this company has known as Euro Disney Resort and Disneyland Resort Paris. Disneyland Resort Paris is an entertainment resort that located in France. It was opened on April 12, 1992. Disneyland Paris have encompassed with two theme parks, which are Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studio Park. This resort also have hotels, shopping complex, dining area, and also entertainment venues, which making it as a good destination for visitors from all age to come. Disneyland Paris is operated by Disney Experience, which is one of the three major divisions of the Walt Disney Company that led by George D. Amaro. For your information, Disneyland Paris is the second Disney park who has located outside from the United States after Tokyo Disneyland. Furthermore, Disneyland Paris is the best entertainment resort in the world and there is no other resort that can compete with them. Why we choose this company? Firstly, one of the best entertainment resort that contribute to tourism industry in the world. We choose Disneyland Paris in order to complete this assignment because Disneyland Paris is one of very well-known company for tourism industry in the world, so that we could like to know on how they can become one of the best entertainment resort until now. Secondly, effective strategy to survive during COVID-19 pandemic. We choose Disneyland Paris because we are interested to know on how they can survive and maintain their business until now. Hence, we decided to know and learn on what kind of the strategic plan that they use in order to survive during COVID-19 pandemic.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Afika Alia and I am going to be the next presenter. We all know that Disneyland is a place of tourism, and Disneyland also serves as an entertainment for younger people as well as adults. But there are two issues that have been a concern for Disneyland Paris, and the first one is its financial stability. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, Disneyland Paris financial has brought to a disaster, which means they almost bankrupt. Since Movement Control Order (MCO) has restricted the entertainment industry to fully operate, Disneyland Paris has lost its revenue or profit. Hence, the business was forced to close for a longer period of time, which made Disneyland Paris struggles to maintain its sustainability. To address this issue, Disneyland Paris has done cost-cutting measures such as layoffs of its cast members and also wage reduction of their top-level staffs. Moving on is the second issue by Disneyland Paris, which is about their operational activities. Even though Disneyland has several branches all over the world, each branches has their own difficulties regarding on how to operate during the COVID-19 pandemic due to the different type of Movement Control Order (MCO) rules and also restrictions by states and nations. Therefore, Disneyland Paris face critical problems regarding this issue, and they need to make sure that certain areas of the theme parks, specific areas of the theme parks can fully operate in accordance to the states or the nation's rules during the COVID-19 pandemic. But the challenge is that Disneyland Paris has to optimize its labor resources to keep specific areas operational while maintaining its labor costs at a minimum. So, I will pass the next part to Diana to explain further about what Disneyland Paris have done for their business to sustain in the COVID-19 pandemic and what do they do to get its financial and operational issues to be solved.
Let's start off with the interventions. First of all, in 2020, COVID-19 outbreak has led Disneyland Paris to be closed from March 14 until July 14 in 2022. They tried to reopen it again, but the second outbreak has caused them to close again on October 30th, 2020. Disneyland Paris took the initiative to furlough over half of their employees, which some of whom remain furloughed continued to receive medical benefits provided by the company. This has led to an obvious reduced number of employee population in Disneyland Paris, but actually is a way to save costs as they are able to save around 500 million per month due to this method. Disneyland Paris also remeasured the pension and post-retirement medical plans at the end of 2020. This is done to tackle the financial issues that are faced by them. And also, lastly, an existing reconstruction of Disneyland Paris has become slow and even suspended due to COVID-19 regulations. Continuing to the next year, in 2021, as the COVID-19 outbreaks are in a controllable manner in France, Disneyland Paris has decided to reopen the theme park in June. However, they are operating with fewer weeks compared to previous years as a way of precautions. To do so, Disneyland Paris has decided to reinstate employees as the operations have been continued to make sure that they can continue meeting the demands and providing the best services for the customers, for the visitors. And at the same time, Disneyland Paris continues to incur costs for such things as personal protection equipment, temperature screenings, and also testing, sanitizer, cleaning supplies, and also vaccination for the employees, as obligated by the regulations to avoid re-outbreak in the country. Lastly, in 2022, the conditions and operations of Disneyland Paris will be the best compared to the year of 2020 and 2021. Due to the increasing demand from the visitors, Disneyland Paris has hired a huge number of employees in a short time. And at the same time, Disneyland Paris was still operating under precautions of previous COVID-19 outbreaks. Due to the continuous financial loss in the previous year, Disneyland Paris took the initiative to conduct huge events to increase their revenue and at the same time meeting demands of their visitors. Disneyland Paris has invested a huge amount of financial to conduct the 30th anniversary event and also opened Avengers Campus in 2022, but got the return of it financially through their visitors coming over.
Building on the previous presentation, my friends has shared several successful interventions that has made a notable changes within the organization. One example is Disneyland Paris, where the effort not only helped to restore the theme park reputation, but also helped to regain its financial stability that time. According to Euro Disney Associates data from 2013 to 2022, there is a significant decline in 2020. As we know, that is when the COVID started to hit the tourism industry. However, it was followed by a remarkable recovery in 2020. This was facilitated by a flexible and adaptive response to changing government rules and regulations and the movement control orders in France at that time. In 2020, Disneyland has implemented strategic measures such as layoff and furlough, resulting in a significant reduction of staff costs. Based on the data that I have found and that you can see, the data suggested that the intervention was successful and effective in reversing the decline and helped Disneyland to regain its financial footing and also maintain its competitive edge. Despite the challenges posed by the frequent closure and reopenings due to the evolving regulation in France, the different data from the same source, which is Euro Disney Associates, shows that Disneyland Paris has faced a very notable revenue decline in 2020 and 2021. In 2020, its revenue plummeted by more than half, resulting in substantial financial setback. However, the park or the organization responded by implementing innovation, safety measures and operating procedure, ultimately helped it recover its revenue. In fact, the park exceeded its pre-pandemic targets with revenue of over $1,000, effectively minimizing losses. And these two evidence from the two different data shows that the reaction or the intervention that Disneyland Paris has done during the COVID time shows that they survived and the intervention was indeed a successful story.
As conclusion, we can see that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused various issues which have given very bad impact to all the industry and business around the world. However, even though the COVID-19 pandemic occurred, Disneyland Paris still can manage to survive. There are several issues that Disneyland Paris has faced during the pandemic, including in terms of their financial and also their operational activities. To overcome those issues, they have taken some alternatives that quite effectiveness, such as let off over half of their employees, remeasure the pension and post-retirement medical plan, reopen the theme park with new norms that they need to obey during COVID-19 pandemic, and so on. By implement those strategic plan, Disneyland Paris has become success to survive and maintain their business until now. So that's all from us. Thank you.